Welcome to the Americas region. The Americas region includes the American continent and the Caribbean. We will show from north to south some improvements on accessible transportation in three countries: Canada, Mexico, and Bolivia. We will start with Canada.
Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Hansen from the University of New Brunswick on the east coast of Canada. Canada is home to almost 39 million people, all of whom need mobility. Canada is 10 million square kilometers with 10 provinces and 3 territories, many urban areas and many rural areas. This massive geography means long-distance travel, such as by air, to reach rural and remote areas and to connect urban centers. And it means passenger rail and the highway mode for short and medium distance travel, for daily commuting and intercity travel. Today, I want to profile 2 accessible transportation initiatives, one at the federal level by the Government of Canada for intercity travel, and one in the nonprofit sector in New Brunswick, where I'm from, for local and rural travel. Let's start by taking a look at Via Rail, Canada's national passenger rail service.
Catherine Langlois is a senior advisor, Universal Accessibility at Via Rail, and I've asked her if she can tell us a bit about the latest innovations in accessibility at Via Rail.
Yes, if we're talking about innovation at Via Rail, let's talk about our new fleet of train. This fleet of train is going to be fully accessible, and in order to be able to make that fleet accessible, we had to make consultation. It were a multi-year consultation with our stakeholders, people with disabilities, many advocacy groups. And in the end, we are proud to unveil our new fleet of train, as I said, that is fully accessible in 2023. Now the clients are going to be able to book their ticket autonomously, to get to the station and board the train autonomously. We are going to have, for instance, integrated wheelchair lifts and so many other accessible features on the train that is going to make travel more accessible for all Canadians.
These clips come from Via Rail's own YouTube page. Let's learn what some of the participants had to say about the process.
I'm really excited. It's finally accessible, and that is really the priority of this event.
The standard washroom that Via Rail has, on their cars, at least in these mock-ups, is at least twice the size of the standard washroom on an aircraft. When you have more room, it makes you more comfortable.
This participant, speaking in French, talked about the autonomy that can come from having a ticket with Braille and seat numbers with Braille so that you can find where you need to sit. And now we see the brand new rail cars. Here we have some of Via Rail leadership and engineering leadership that is describing the new rail car and its provision for accessibility, including how you get onto the train.
Pull into the car through the galley. The galley is plenty wide. We had to design it that way. We had to make special design considerations.
We see it earlier, how wide it was.
And then you roll past the washroom and you can see how wide it is here too. You have plenty of space to get here, plenty of space to turn around.
And here we are getting a tour of the brand new accessible washrooms on the Via Rail cars. In many parts of Canada, the only transportation alternative is driving. In New Brunswick, a Canadian province of 800,000 people, a key partnership has been established between the government and a not-for-profit group called Ability New Brunswick to administer grants for retrofitting vehicles for persons with a mobility disability. Haley Flero is the executive director of Ability New Brunswick, and I've asked her if she can tell us a bit about this program and its impacts on persons with a mobility disability. We also included some photos that Haley has provided of some of the folks that have benefited from this program.
So the New Brunswick Vehicle Retrofit Program is a partnership between the Government of New Brunswick and Ability New Brunswick. The program is designed to increase the mobility of persons with a disability residing in the province of New Brunswick in a couple of ways. And primarily it's by providing financial assistance towards the costs of supplying and installing eligible retrofitting and accessibility features for vehicles such as wheelchair scooter lifts and ramps, roof floor door alterations, specialized seating, hand controls, and other things. The program has had a significant impact on people with a mobility disability in New Brunswick. It has meant being able to go to work, go to post-secondary education, go to school, go to medical appointments and rehabilitation appointments. It has been especially helpful for those in rural communities.
We looked at 2 initiatives today. one from a national perspective and one from a local perspective. Thank you so much for your attention and wishing you all the best for TRANSED 2022.
We will now continue with Mexico.
I am Janet from Mexico City. In the metropolitan area of the Valley of Mexico, there are about 21 million inhabitants where the Bus Rapid Transit System, BRT, have solved some of the mobility needs. Metrobus is a BRT system of 7 lines with 283 stations, and it is part of the integrated mobility system of Mexico City. The following are the accessible features integrated to the BRT system. At stations, free service for persons with disabilities, curb ramp and ramp for entering the station, elevators or lifts for wheelchair users, accessible pedestrian signals, APS, tactile walking surface indicators, tactile signs in raised letters, pictograms, text, and braille, call button to help people with limited mobility and to hear passenger information about next bus, accessible toilets with diaper changing facilities. On the bus, level boarding, facilities for wheelchair users, securement for wheelchair users, visual displays of the next stop, audible announcements of the next stop and audible warnings when doors open or close, handholds and grab bars with contrasting color. Persons with disabilities have participated in the process of design and construction works of the projects. The following video, Bus Rapid Transit Helps Children Get to School, was filmed by a team of students from San Francisco State University and Access Exchange International in Mexico City in 2018. It shows some of the accessible features that Metrobus has. Let's watch it.
Enhanced transportation and accessibility can assist millions of children with disabilities to attend school in developing countries. Access Exchange International and other agencies wish to highlight the importance of public transportation, such as the Bus Rapid Transit System, in getting children with disabilities to school. The Bus Rapid Transit systems provide a valuable supplement to school buses, vans, and other types of transportation, such as taxis. Accessible sidewalks and street crossings are required in order for children to reach the Bus Rapid Transit stations. Good transportation is a key to making sure that children with disabilities have the same opportunity for education as everyone else. By improving transportation to and from school, more children with disabilities can attain the knowledge and skills to be productive and independent adults.
And we will now finish with Bolivia.
Good day or evening. I am Roberto Guardia from La Paz, Bolivia. In the metropolitan area of La Paz and El Alto, there are about 1.8 million inhabitants. La Paz is the highest capital city in the world with an elevation of roughly 3,600 meters above the sea level, but it is still 400 meters below El Alto. Despite the proximity between La Paz and El Alto, traveling between the two cities has always been a challenge. The rugged topography complicates the movement of inhabitants not only between the two cities of La Paz and El Alto, but inside them. The cable car system called Mi Teleférico, also known as Teleférico La Paz and El Alto, has solved passenger public transportation. The first cable car lines was opened in May 2014, the Red Line. In March 2019, the new Silver Line closed the circuit called the Metropolitan Integration Network. Further lines and extensions are in planning. The cable car system has a 36 stations along 10 lines. 3 lines connect La Paz and El Alto. Currently, cable car stations are linked with 72 bus stops and passenger loading zones for taxis and private vehicles as part of the modal transfer and the cable car station. Outside the cable car terminal, there is a bicycle parking. The stations are integrated with the urban environment as they consider the pedestrian routes to the entrance of each station and connectivity with other modes of transport. Pedestrian crossing to cable car station consider accessibility through curb ramps, tactile warning surface, and pedestrian crossing. Sidewalks around the station are wide enough with the wheelchair users have a tactile walking surface indicators covered from the exterior and interior of the station and continue through the entrance with the turnstile and wheelchair gate. Indoor circulation are wide and well lit, and they are also connected to the tactile warning surface indicators road. Visual signs have the information with contrasting colors for passenger orientation. The cable car system manages well the gap between the platform and the cabin. The tactile warning surface indicator with the color contrast show the border of the platform. Inside the cabin, there are folding seats to give space to other users, such as the wheelchair user. Assistance is available for persons like wheelchair, used to get out from the cabin. Staff can also assist persons with disabilities to make transfer between the cable car lines. Pedestrian circulation follow on the transfer and make it visual sign on the floor. Stations have accessible toilets. The toilets have a proper dimension and bars. The outdoors of each station consider accessibility with not steps, wide and smooth and not slip floor surfaces. There are also raised pedestrian crossing. Mi Teleférico made the effort to have an accessible massive transport system. Thank you very much.
Source: the materials on these videos are from different sources. Canada. Some videos can be found on the Via Rail Canada's website and YouTube channel. Mexico. Information at metrobus.cdmx.gov.mx and video from Access Exchange International at globalride-sf.org. Bolivia. Photographs taken by Roberto Guardia. Disclaimer: the compilation of this video is in its original format and has not been modified. It is not a statement or opinion of the TRANSED Conference 2022. Thank you for making this video happen. Trevor Robin Hanson, Janet Jimenez, Roberto Guardia, Daniela Briceño.